Show me how. Okay, folks, I'm going to show you how to put some handles on some cabinetry. Okay, and I just want you to know there's many ways you can do it. And if you don't have a jig, which is quite easy to make, and I'll show that on another video, you can buy a jig from Craig. They sell a jig for around $50. There's another one, I think it's True Jig or True Systems or something. It's quite adjustable, and then you can adjust the jig to wherever you want your handle. And what you want to, the very first thing you want to do is determine where you want your handles. Now, obviously on the drawers, you probably want them in the middle, but sometimes people like putting them in the upper third. It depends on what kind of a door you have. If you have a recessed panel like this, or a raised panel that protrudes out a little bit, or just a slab that's all flat. So some people like to put their handles here, okay, on the upper rail, and these are the style of rails. Some people like them right here, but conventionally it's right in the middle, okay? So that's the first thing you have to determine. On the drawer fronts, it's a lot easier. On the doors, okay, personally, I don't know, it gets a little congested here. But I guess if you were gonna put them here, I don't like to take away from the point of the door. Again, I think it looks a little congested here, but a lot of people like it here. So you could pick out this corner here. I wouldn't put them there, it's way too low. I'd either put them on this corner or get them away from the corner. Or maybe even here. So line this with this corner, line the bottom hole with the corner, or just get above it, okay? And then you can see the entire panel. So that's really what you want to do, is look to see if you can get a good view of the entire panel. So that's really what you're shooting for. I don't know. I may put them here, and then of course on these long doors. Now on your bottom doors, you want to do the opposite. So on these would still match the uppers, and then on the bottom you want to make it the same layout on the upper, but just on the bottom, from the top down as opposed to the bottom up. And then here again, it's a toss-up. These doors are pretty low, so I'd end up putting them here. Same, opposite, just diametrically opposed. Okay, so that's what I would do. So once you get that laid out, then once you get that determined, I should say, then you could use a square. I'll show you a combination square too, using a combination square. So what you can do is, I'm going to end up putting them, oh shoot, I guess I'll put them here, all right? And so what you do is you measure that distance. I didn't bring a tape measure with me. So what you can do is measure with the square, or obviously a tape measure. And so where I'm at is, I believe I'm at about 6 1/4 inches. I'm sorry, here, 5 1/4 inches, okay? So I am at 5 1/4. And that's where I will do all of them. And then you measure the spread. Now usually it's 3 or 3 1/4. This is a 3-inch spread. Okay. So if you have 5 1/4, you would add 3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another square, combination square, and show you exactly how this is done with that. Okay, so hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Okay, continuing on, there's a little bit of a burn here on the reflection. Sorry about that. So I got the bigger square. I don't know why I couldn't find my combo square. I got like 4 of them here. Anyway, so what you can do is you can use a bigger framing square. And like I said, I set it at 5 1/4 and then 8 1/4 on your 3-inch spread. Then you can take a smaller square, or this is if you have the combination square, which I'll find and try to edit this video. This style here is 2 7/8. Half of that is 1 7/16, okay? And that puts you at dead center. One of the things that you need to be careful of, now I just used a small bit as a starter, as a pilot hole. You don't really have to do that, okay? But what you definitely need to do, which is crucial, is have a sharp bit. You don't want to blow out the back. So when you get to the end, cruise it on through. Don't press too hard. And it's happened to me. I've probably drilled 1 trillion of these holes. A lot of these cabinets, they claim, are made of really nice wood, and they're not, okay? And as you can see how you blow out the front a little bit, I have no idea. And even the back got a little bit chewed up, but not bad. I'll show you right now. Sometimes you just can't prevent it, okay? So this is what you're trying to not do. That one went through, and you saw I went pretty darn slow. It's cheap wood. And one of the reasons why you know this is cheap wood, and no, it's not an excuse. I've done 1 trillion kitchens. One of the reasons why you know it's cheap wood, that's why they stain it all super dark. You would never stain beautiful wood really dark. Then you can't see the grain. What's the point, okay? So after that, you obviously will put your handles on, and I'll have to get my screw gun. But it's by the same nature when you're putting these on, is you do not want to over tighten, okay? So that's what the handle's gonna look like, all right? And what I'll do is I will continue to show you how to do the drawer fronts. And these fronts were off because these are RTA cabinets, ready to assemble cabinets. So I assemble them all. I got a smoking deal on them. That's why I bought them. And the drawer fronts are already off. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and bore the holes in the handles where I want them, or in the drawer fronts where I want the handles. And I'll show you how to do that if they're off. Basically the same way as if your drawer fronts are already on your drawers. Okay? So stay with me. All right, folks, picking up where I left off, I did get the combo square, so I set this at the half the distance here, which turns out to be 1 7/16. All right. So I've got that set. It's just about almost a 1/2 inch, a little bit less. So I've set that up to make my vertical lines, my center line on these stiles. All right, and then I'm going and I'm using the larger square at 5 1/4 and 8 1/4. And unless you're doing this all the time, yeah, I set up a jig, and I will show you how to set up a jig. And I'm gonna do a pilot hole just to see if that's gonna help out without blowing the back out. Now, the other thing you're gonna wanna do is hold your door open, because sometimes if you don't, on the edges on a single door, you might hit the frame, depending on what your overlay is. So just by habit, I always do this. Hold it, you know, with my foot, and you can do whatever you want, however you feel comfortable. Okay, so now you can see the back. I'll show you the back here in a minute, and I'm just going to do these couple for you. See if that will help out with not blowing the backs out. Sometimes you can't help it because the wood is so cheap, so inferior. Kid you not. This wood smells like plywood, which is crazy. Look at that, I barely put it in there and it just wants to chew it up. Yep, so that's what that looks like, folks. I will get a handle for you. Okay, folks, so again, I'll put a couple of these handles on, and your bit, you want your bit to be a little bit bigger than your diameter so you can have some latitude here to adjust your handle. I only go, you know, maybe a 1/16 over, definitely no more than an 1/8 as far as the size of the screw. Now your doors are generally one-inch screws, or your doors. And your drawers are going to be 1 3/4, maybe 1.5 inches. So that's what you're going to have to ascertain, or your drawers 99% of the time, your doors are 1-inch screws. And depending on the handle situation, now cheapskate like me, I don't even know if I'm a cheapskate, I just buy on value. You know, I'm missing some screws on these, so I'll have to go fetch some screws. But I got these handles for really cheap. When they were in vogue, they were $5 a piece. Okay, and there you go, folks. That's how it's done with using a combination square or a framing square. Okay, and you can see it's pretty much perfecto. Now this handle might be a hair lower, because this door is a hair lower. So once the door is adjusted, then the handles are all perfecto. And then you can tap them if you think, you know, there's a little bit of out of plumb, so to speak. But that's it. What else did I want to share with you folks real quick? You could have 2 combination squares. One that's set up for this distance from the bottom, and then adjust it, and then have another one set up for this distance. Go all the way around, boom, 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 real fast. And, excuse me, reset it for the inch and whatever your setback is on the center. But, you know, just to show you one way with the square setup, use a big square, and you can do this in one whack too. It's probably, I think, even faster. So I'll show you later on how to build a jig. The one thing about a jig, real quick, is when you build that piece that you're going to drill through all the time, it better be super hard wood or have sleeves in it, steel sleeves, because if it doesn't, you're going to keep drilling it. You know what's going to happen? You're going to make the hole bigger on the wood or whatever your jig's made of, if it's not steel or super hard wood, and then you're going to start getting off on your holes. All right, show me how. I just showed you how to do handles in one specific way. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Okay, folks, I'm going to show you how to mark your fronts, drawer fronts. Sorry for any background noise, but all you got to do is take a straight edge, mark corner to corner. That'll get your center point, and then you will go off at 1.5 inches or whatever your spread is. You'll find out if it's 3 inch, 3 1/4. So what you'll do is you'll take your straight edge, you're going to go corner to corner, and then you'll just mark an X. X marks the spot. Okay? And that will give you, that's the fastest way to get your center point. Because now you can use a jig again, but by the time you adjust the jig on all that, you know, it may be a little bit longer than doing this. It really depends on the quantity, okay, of what you have. And that will determine, you know, if you're in a hurry, you're going to do. What kind of technique you're going to use. So as you can see here, here's the X, all right? Same thing here, here's an X, that's dead center by geometry. And then what you do, you take your tape measure. Again, I have a 3-inch spread, so you'll just take your tape measure and mark it 1.5 inches off the center. Okay, and there you go. This is going to be your center point for your handles. You're exactly dead center. Okay, now if you want, you could run a straight edge there and then just make that a little bit more accurate, but for the most part you could measure off of here and then use that to determine exactly where you want to be. That's how you do your drawers. Okay folks, what I will do is show you, get a little bit better perspective here and show you what I'm going to do. So I've already marked these as mentioned. I'll drill my pilot hole. All right. Same thing on this drawer front. Thought I would take it outside. Oop. These are recessed panel, so the depth for the screw will be different than if it was a solid panel. Okay, like I told you, everything changes. Boy, it's not taking much to chip this wood, that's for sure. It's very cheap wood. Voila, people. This is what you have. So what I'm going to do now, hold this up exactly where I want it, drill through to mark the drawer fronts, or to mark the drawer boxes. So I'll hold it up, drill it, and then you'll mark it'll put a mark in the drawer box. Okay, so this would be the last step, folks, on the drawers. Now, this doesn't happen with all the drawers. Because these drawers are kind of stable, they're not going in, you can go ahead and mark, keep it with the top of the door and the bottom at the bottom of the door. Best to fasten these on first. And then go ahead and just mark where you need to drill out your drawers, okay? And then you won't have a problem fastening them, okay? And that should be it. Okay, folks, so here's the final product. You can see what the handles look like. Jigging them up. Okay. There was quite a few for sure. Here's down below all the drawers. Look at them all. Ooh, how beautiful, huh? Look at that. Okay, and that's it. That's all I have for you. Thank you for watching, subscribing, following. Okay, out.